So, if you have been keeping up, you would know that my phone's battery is bad, to say the least. I need it to be fixed along with other things with the phone. Apparently, so bad that and I had a feeling this could happen if I started at a low battery when going into plugging into the computer, because I noticed last week towards the end of the stream, the battery was slowly going down a little bit while plugged into the computer to have the screen recording and such, which obviously is a little concerning, because that means like even while plugged in it's not charging more than it's burning. And I figured maybe that's due to it being hot by that point from having been running for so long, which there's merit to that, but I think in general it also means that the computer cable, you know, would not charge as much as a normal charger. So as I turned it on to then plug in and like get the capture started, it was already low to start, and when it's low to start, it also sometimes even with the regular charger will not fight back enough and just have to shut it off until it actually charges to a certain point, and then I can have it turned on but charged to use it. That being said, if you're even keeping up at all of what I'm saying, the point is I'm having it plugged into the charger right now to ideally reach a point where it is strong enough that it can survive while being into the computer instead of the regular charger, so that I can do the nice capture. Otherwise, the option would have to be to do some old webcam tech pointed at the phone. Those are really the only options. So we're hoping that this first one works, because otherwise we'd have to webcam. So because of this whole phone, I basically can't use my phone at all anyway unless it's plugged in, which is kind of negates a lot of the purpose of it being a mobile phone. However, that has definitely led me to playing less, or like doing a little bit less, like, you know, maybe I'd find a moment to like get one run of a dungeon to farm a thing or whatever. So a lot less of that is happening. So for example, I didn't farm enough to do the Opharion trade in the Pad Academy thingy-majiggy or whatever. That's just one example. I'm sure there's others, or will be more others in the future. But yeah, right now I'm just waiting for the phone to charge up a little bit to hopefully be safe enough to then switch to the computer cable. That's the plan, at least. And then if that doesn't work, then we would be left with webcam tech. So my question to you is, what's the deal with all the Gintama stuff, or whatever all this new stuff is? What's the lowdown? Are people rolling it crazy, or not so much, or any new things that would be picked up? It ended up not really being bad at all. Like, it wasn't different. Like, I dealt with it much, like, I basically had almost nothing, while the person that actually gave it to me had a lot worse. I don't know if you just heard the whole rant about the phone, but I'm not going to give it again right now because I literally just said it, so you can deal with not knowing what that was if you weren't there. Cornstones. Is there anything in there that's like, oh, this is definitely the thing that you need to upgrade your Freerin and or Reinhardt team? Or is it just like, no, otherwise it's their own meta things, their own meta teams you have to build? No, there is a chance. We have to wait. We have to wait for the phone to charge, to ideally have enough of a buffer to then plug into the computer. Because the computer charge is not as much. So it was dying while plugged into the computer. Is there any ranking stuff from the lab? This is probably more of a ramen question. They pretty much own one card on each team from outside the rim. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ramen sent me a image of things. C tier if not ranking, so the triple green guy. Is that a new guy, or could I already have that guy? I see it says C tier if not ranking. Is the green guy a guy that's returning or new? Not what I asked. Not what I said. Simply was not what I said. Twice. Is he returning or is he new? Maybe that time you'll hear it. AKA, could I already have one or not? Oh, the whole list is new only, okay. Because the collab were returned, right? Okay. I'm glad that you don't, you understand we're goofing around when I do that. I do say I do really hate repeating myself, and it feels like I have to do it all the time because people. It feels like the most annoying common thing that you have to do when streaming, because people will just not be listening, and I get that. I do get that because, you know, side monitor, whatever, especially something like pad. But Man, it's annoying. Alright, I'm plugging in to the computer because the phone says it's at 100, which we know isn't really like a real 100, but yeah, no, like I said, I get why, but you can still understand why it's annoying as hell. Like we can both understand why it's annoying for each of us. At least I would hope so. I assume that most of the people that watch this stream are smart enough to know that. Okay. Now, obviously, this part isn't Puzzle and Dragons, but I figured while we were waiting, I would do this part because it's not the part you're interested in seeing anyway. 30% crit boost. Do I have enough for Inferno Corn? I do. Inferno Corn, Kima, Curry. 78 pot size. I don't think I got the free roll from the third set of the Academy Munchlet guy. By the way. For anyone wondering. For anyone wondering at home. Nice crit there. I think I got to the third list. I don't think I got the thing though. I will be honest and say that I did not get to use all of the time thingies because for whatever reason I guess I thought that it was ending today and not yesterday. Again, another result of me not being able to like check the phone often because I have to have it plugged in when I'm using it. But yeah, I figure I can always just use them next year. Hopefully. I think because like I was doing this, I was collecting these and saw that it ended today being Monday. And so I guess somewhere in my mind I was like, oh, it must end when that ends. Nope. Nope, that's not how it works. Nope. Nope, that ain't how it works. Not even a little bit. So what's the deal with all the new stuff that just dropped in terms of dungeons? Do I actually need to farm a thing for a gem for an equip or whatever? Or is it kind of like the Opharion one for Academy where I didn't really miss out by not getting to it? As well as, I guess, I assume there's an MP thing? Maybe? I assume? Better save for next year than waste on the third list. Why is that? I actually don't know. Why is it better to save for next year than waste on waste on this year? What's the lore with that? It is June 29th. One stone for... Is it Gintama or Gintama? I assume Gintama, but I don't actually know. Just the stuff that's in the third list is garbage. Turn down the music a little bit more. What am I doing? 3 times attack when skills use, and then TPAs. Well, what's the skill situation? Vassal we have. We have. Okay. 3 turns. 4 turns. I was surprised there's not like a... Okay, I mean, I guess this one, I was expecting there to be like 2 things you could like loop together, or I don't know, just something like that maybe, but I guess not. I didn't even really check who had the TPAs. I just kind of assumed there's TPAs on all the colors. The MP unit is okay. You're using the MNS MP on the Utsura team? However you're supposed to say it. Oh yeah, tag Discord, fair. The battery still says 100, so that's a good sign for now. For now. Excuse me. Oh no, I'm running out of time. Now let's just check, I guess. I assume... Oh, there isn't TPA for red. Oh, there's only really TPA for white. Okay, then. Well, I won't bother doing the other types. I assume that means there's at least 1 new 3P from this thing. Maybe 2. I know there's still 8P that Hank and I could finish up. Also, I didn't even use a skill that turn. That's not Pierce. That's not Pierce. That's Pierce. Alright, well, I guess we gotta use this one then. Guess we gotta use that one then. Oh no, the orbs are destroyed. Again, there's not actually red TP. There's only light TPAs, but whatever. Whatever. So yeah, a little bit of a later start. I was working on other stuff. I was doing a coding thing. Then I I got another feature somewhat added to it for helping with PIL stuff. So this is both. This is damage absorption. This is nothing. This is damage absorption. I mean, I guess I assume I want to do that destroys the shield. I guess I assume I would want to do this one because it's a shorter cooldown. Whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. Alright. Okay. Messed up one of the TPAs. Glad I did a second one. YouTube has been, in the past week, like, content IDing music a lot more than before, and also has like a different label for it where it's like, this is in danger of being you like losing revenue or something. Oops, I didn't get the green match. But some of them are definitely not fake, but like wrong, where it's like it's not the same song, or some guy rapped over a thing for 2 seconds and now thinks he owns like Legend of Zelda. Which is dumb, obviously. I guess this is the Pearson, it's back up, so there's that. But it is making me kind of question, like, we might just have to like give up fully on doing the music, which is annoying because I've already given up in every other aspect of it by like not having normal music. It's all video game music and this and that, and tried to make you sure work with 2 Nurihyons, but you never rolled the cleric that was needed. It didn't work. Your main team's better anyway. So that's why I also have the volume a little bit lower to hope that that helps, even though I feel like there was other ones that I had pretty low and it did not help either, but 7x6. Alright, we gotta do this one for the 7x6 then. Let's see if we actually need that damage cap. If we even actually... Going back to the sickness question, I do definitely still have, like a runny nose at time, kind of. Or not a runny nose, but like a need to blow my nose, I guess, is how I would phrase it. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, it just didn't work, yeah. Do you, because I'm assuming that Dukester, you have some plans for 4th of July, cooking up some crazy stuff, or is that, am I completely off base? Well, not crazy stuff, but you know, smoking some stuff and not that kind of stuff, but you know. Colosseum. Let's go to the zoo, zoo with the kangaroos, roos, and the tigers, toot. Welcome to the zoo. Isn't it fun that I can't have that song on the stream? Goddamn, Putt saves the zoo. I was trying to remember the name of it. It was taking me a little bit to remember the name of it. That's all right. Okay. I assume I should be able to do this with Frieren. I also do still have a cough that just kind of happens. But it was never like, I never had a phase of like the throat being crazy, crazy bad, or like achiness or any of that kind of thing. So nothing too insane. Going to a wife's daughter's house, the smoker's down, it had an issue last time. Ah, that's a bummer. But yeah, the wrist problem still. I was having some like wrist and hand issues almost up until like a couple days ago, I feel like. I don't really know what the actual problem. I honestly kind of, if memory serves, would tell me that it was after that long tower defense segment. So I don't know what to make of that, really. I don't know if that just means I was like spam clicking way too much or what, but it was like at least 2 or more days after that where it was still kind of irritating. I guess it was definitely more than 2, because that would have been Wednesday, right? Because Friday we started the Pokemon Champions event. It'll be back. It'll be back. Can't really do anything here, have to just stall. Kinda just have to stall. There it is, now it's back up. How many floors are left? Now I'm almost like, why don't I just stall the full thing out? I might need it even more in the follow-up and would rather have it then. Surely. Surely. Okay, that's fine. Surely. Kind of almost felt like it was starting up like an engine. Stupid. Stupid. Alright. Very good. That increase. So, Joe. You already know Joe. Alright, now we have to do the, we don't have tape on the team anymore because we changed one of the equips, that's right. It's a little annoying. A little annoying. Not the end of the world, but a little annoying. Just mean it won't be quite as optimal, but obviously we'll still hit 10C every time, so that doesn't matter so much. If this turn also needs a Pierce or a Damage Absorb or Color Absorb, or I guess even if the next turn, not this turn, if the next turn needs it, then me delaying that other floor to stall out the Pierce was worth it. I don't even have Heart L on the team. I just was doing it to make sure extra combos to get the 12, or the 13 rather. Alright, so this turn. Do you have any of that stuff? Nope. Alright, Well, it didn't really matter then. If anything, it means I should have used it, because then maybe I'll need it back again after this guy, and then I won't have it anymore. That would be tad annoying. Just a tad bit. One thing that is nice among the many things of the Ririn team is that when they do a reset everyone's damage caps, you don't have one thing that's setting the whole team's damage cap, so you like don't need to rely on that, which is nice. Tape gone. Love that. Happy about that. Kind of chilling, just kind of chilling and waiting to see what happens. How do you even respond to this? On to what? On to what? You didn't do anything. They didn't even do anything. Oops, one missed blue combo that super doesn't matter. I feel like I'm coughing more than I have been the rest of the day. I feel like there's maybe, I wonder if it's like a piece of food kind of in the throat, something or other. I could see that being the case. I could see that being the case. Kinda take it simple here. Certainly don't even need to be doing the board as optimally as I am, but you know, whatever. We're here. We're here, we're doing it. We're invincible. Okay. Undo that. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Double heal TPA to make sure we top up with our bigger HP pool now. Which I'm sure it doesn't really matter anyway, but why not? Boss stats increased. Or stats increased for 10 turns. Ouch. Aha. Well, we have to take one turn anyway before we decide to greed and try to Stark. Might be... I probably won't, because it's just asking to then get Awakened Bound, bringing them to the half, and then dying because I used both of them. So I'm probably not going to do that, however tempting it is, just to play it safe. I honestly we'd love for them to do the Awakened Bound right now, and then I could feel confident in doing that. But as it stands, I do not. I'm gonna play it safe. Gonna play it safe. Boring, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Dude, the Japan-Brazil game was tough. Really disappointed for me, because I was actually really enjoying Japan's gameplay, but I feel like they just did not play how they played in other matches at all. I don't know if like the allure of of it being the... Oh, I didn't even have any greens there. No, I'm still hitting 10, so it's fine. I wonder if like the fact that it was Brazil like spooked them or something, but they played very odd, in my opinion, from how they had been playing a lot of the rest of the event. Of course, because no green match, the Himmel wasn't up this turn. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Yeah, so I guess I won't know until we hit the half here, but we'll find out if I could have Starked or not. Which I guess would be good if I have to do this dungeon again for some reason, as well as, I suppose, if this is indeed a 3P dungeon, which I don't actually know yet. I'm kind of assuming that there is one of it, but I don't know for sure. So let's find out. There is not, so I definitely could have. That's good to know for the future. Although, well, it's in theory good to know for the future. I don't know if it actually is gonna matter for me in any type of scenario, but in theory it matters. In theory it could matter. Oh! Good. That's a stone. Kabukicho? Colosseum? I wonder if the ads work still or not. No, I had the experience ad work
sometime in the past week, so they definitely work now.
Or they can. There was just that one stream where that just never worked. Which was a bit annoying. I lost assist invalid? That's a little surprising. Wonder if I had tried it with Frieren or oh, I might have entered it with just the like swipe team, actually. That would make sense more of why I would have lost. That's probably what I did. There's maybe actually, you know what? I'm getting an inkling that I had entered it with Reinhardt and I didn't have like Awaken Bind cooldown was too short and I lost because of that. That's sounding familiar to me. That's sounding a little familiar to me. Maybe I'll try it with the Frieren non-assist team. Because then there's 2 Awaken Unbinds. With the Stark plus the... What's this guy's name again? Hater? Hater? He's a hater. He's a hater. That's a lot of hats. That's a lot of hats. Alright. Very good. I know the music volume, I can see the music volume is so low, but just worried about the whole Getting screwed by YouTube thing. Could have been a bad idea if if we get Awakened Bound soon. Didn't realize I was that far away from Stark being back up. Especially when I could just do like the TPAs to undo that with the red TPAs from Stack. From Stack. I don't know why I keep keeping the relax the shoulders, man. Relax the shoulders. Yo, fucking chill. Relax, man. You don't have to be mad. It's only game. I think that'll still hit 10. Well, with the Skyfall, it definitely would. I think it would have without the Skyfall. It was the Cascade on the left. That wasn't the first light match on the left. Was not a Skyfall. It was a Cascade. But then there was a Skyfall that was a light match. Another guy with multiple shields, huh? Wow, it actually is. Oh, punished. Punished. That's rather disappointing. Oh, we're probably dead, folk. Yeah, I know. I was just talking to myself. I'm gonna die because I don't have. Well, wait. Am I dead? I'm not dead, turns out. I thought I was gonna die. Because the Awakened Bind. I didn't have one up in time, but turns out we live in. This is green. Just make sure we get those extra matches as well as the TPA. Oh, somehow I missed the blue match, but got Skyfelled. Take it. I'll take it. So is the wrist situation basically just gotta wait it out at this point? Like let things kind of heal up, or is there any, like, are you gonna have to do some other, you know? Is there gonna be a surgery situation? Damage absorb, huh? I can deal with the damage absorb. Yes, I was. I asked after you said you were back. to be clear, I said this when you said I'm back now. I guess you're maybe saying you went AFK again though. No surgery? That's good. That's good. Just gotta wait it out, let it heal. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Want to make sure I wasn't making a mistake there. Utsuro descended. All right. So this guy dropped. He doesn't drop any. Oh, I bet he's the thing for like the Sync Awakening or something, probably. That's my guess. Now I have to do this with this. Oh no, that's fine. Because we charged that one. Ooh, the Wonderful Plunder. Any Anything stick out? Anything particularly, how should I say? Anything that you wouldn't normally have gotten that you were able to get, and or just anything excited about? You know, maybe a special 4th of July purchase that maybe otherwise wouldn't have been purchased or something like that. Some extra yum of food, perhaps. Or like ice cream or something. Although you're in the West Coast, so because the Northeast, we're gonna have like a heat wave in the coming days here. I don't know what's going on over there though. Peanut butter pretzels are okay? The peanut butter pretzels are those ones that are kind of like the square or the squarish, rectangular-ish ones that have peanut butter on the inside. I'm assuming that's what it is. Frozen fudge bars. I'm not a fudge guy. I've never been a fudge guy. You can keep those. I'll take the pretzels though. I'll take the peanut-filled pretzels. Absolutely. Pass those over. Pass those over real quick. I'll take some of those. Peanut butter? I'm involved. To get me involved. Alright. Let's do the red TPA this time around. Hit the second TPA just in case. Now, are any of those purchases atypical for 4th of July related reasons, or are they just maybe the things that were on sale, or just yummy? Normal purchases, but yummy regardless. Yummy in the tummy. New Blueberry Crunch cereal. Crunch can imply it could be anything. I'm picturing, some sort of flake or bran flake type of situation. I'm imagining also something a little more solid. Not necessarily a Cheerio sized, but something akin to that perhaps. Or it could be like Honey Bunches of Oats style, I guess, which is still kind of more flaky, but it's got some other things involved there to get a little more crunch. Well, I don't know if we were getting to 10 or not with Actually, I think it was gonna get just to 10 with that, but... Now, I could have done the hiders to then do the start the second turn, but it doesn't really change anything for me here, I don't think. I don't think it changes anything for me, at least. That should be 10, right? Because it's plus 5? Yeah, okay. Did like the bare minimum with the -4 going on. Alright. This looks like it should be a clean finish. He says before he screws it up somehow. He says before he screws it up inevitably. No more -4. Flakes with blueberries and sliced almonds, no sugar, just sweetened with fruit. Ooh. That's pretty good. sounds pretty good. Oh! Yes, okay, stone from that. You like to put maple syrup on your cereal. That's a bit aggressive. And milk, or are you dry cerealing? I feel like putting maple syrup on cereal that has milk would be... I mean, I can't say I've tried it, but I'm envisioning it, and I don't think I like the vision that I'm seeing. On dry cereal, I guess I could see it. Like, almost at that point, you're creating, like, your own granola in terms of, like, the stickiness from that. But it could still work. Wait, what are the rewards here? Within 6 minutes, within 10 turns, with eligible monsters. Oh, I have that guy. I wonder if SGT, like, already has a video that does all of this in one run. Had summer challenge, get all rewards. Yeah, it looks like that. What do we have here? Do I have that pirate guy? Do I have Blue Odin Transcendental form? With milk, not heated? I didn't even consider heated milk as an option, but I suppose that could have been. That could have been an option. Hold on. Okay, so get rid of this. Let's toss in, what's this guy's name? Goga something? The hell is this guy's name? Jung. I was spelling it wrong. Jung? Get him involved. Then give me the pirate. Let me just type pirate and see if that works. It is, and I do have it. That's kind of cool. Look, I have the yellow and blue pirate. Wait. Is that a different pirate? No, that's the same pirate. They just gave me an equip that makes it green. Okay. And then they got Odin. I do have a blue Odin. I don't think I've made the other one yet, though. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, but I guess I should. Or I guess I could. Well, let's gather the things that are needed first. What is the red guy's name here? That guy is a red light perfect dragon click. This guy. Your name is Lie 5, of course. It's a good old Lie 5. Boom. Grab that. And then we need good old 309, apparently. And then you need me to change. Well, I guess I don't know if I need to change the order, but just to keep it consistent. Okay. I figure we might as well try to do this. There's not, at least as far as I know, I guess I could check first. As far as I know, there's nothing too crazy to do today. There is a new title, so it could potentially do that. Granted, late start today anyway. I suppose. Whoa. Select any character, select any character, select any character. Okay, yeah, let's look at the exchanges briefly. What is this? Oh, the expeditions, right. Right. Wait, this is new, isn't it? Nah, maybe it is. Wait, there's a new Shiva Dragon? Wait, or is this... This is a new Shiva Dragon, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, because it's 2 turn cooldown now. Where it used to be 3? Yeah, okay. Huh. The interesting thing here is that, like, it doesn't do a damage cap. So, I mean, I'm sure it does more damage than this one does. But, interesting. Okay, so that means that these are new then. And they look like they have similar skills, but usually, like, quicker. Like, this is 2 turns now instead of 4. Yeah. And then the awakenings are different. It probably does more damage. No, it has levitate, okay. And it has an L, so it can be like a real cleric. Well, this has L. But yeah, resolve, bonus attack, and the hands. Not a thing that's needed quite as much. Okay, that's a pretty legitimate upgrade. That's a pretty legitimate upgrade. What do you do? 1.4 max HP, adds 2 combos. Dark, more likely to appear charge. I don't think that one's quite as exciting. Oh, but there's also some new equips. Or this one might, actually, this one probably doesn't go along with... Yeah, this is probably like in line with this, right? Whereas these are like 3 actual new things, okay. 1 turn cooldown, top row to blue. Interesting, because like, it has box, and you can't do that with just 1 row of blue. So that's interesting. Anyway, that's not the why I'm here. Why we're here is... Look at these. This is new? All colors, plus team HP, plus that, and charge by 2. Okay, that's real. That's real. I have 2 of these, but probably will still get anyway. I assume I have 1 or 2. 1 or 2, 1. This is the newer thing. Ignores enemy defense when doing the boss. Oh, so it makes VDPs ignore defense now. Interesting. Okay. Alright, good to know. And then the MP unit. There's this, which is for the thing ending soon. Which is an oak, I mean 7 turns heal, I guess, is kind of neat. Low turn, 4 turn cleric with damage absorb is pretty real. Doesn't have the healing aspect. What is this? Oh. Is that new? I don't think I've seen that yet. Void time change? That's interesting. But anyway, this is actually new. Tape, cloud, blind, double 10. Another cleric, 4 turn cooldown. And reduces shields. Binds this ally for 2 turns is a little odd, but... The new damage reduction lane goes on the Utsuro team because of Dark. Equip here is... whatever. Not amazing. Okay. And then this thing, I think I already did this check. This thing is not the thing that is exchangeable here, right? No. No, it is not. Okay. So now I was doing what? I was going to do this team, but I need to do Odin into the Beloden Schmoden here first. Okay. So, if I'm gonna do that... I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, so there's this team, and then there's This team I used for a harder dungeon. Okay, so we can get rid of this one for now. Clear this out. What do I need in order to do... what do I need in order to transform Odin? Does anyone know? To do the transcendental Odin thing? Ordeal Dungeon of... oh, okay. Ordeal Dungeon of Norse Gods. Blue Odin, Skald, etc. Pulling up an SGT that doesn't want to load. Yeah, I don't have Vinoa though. They just use Vinoa anyway. Okay, well that's not particularly useful. Well, let's assume box, let's assume blue row, I guess. Blue and blue row. And, oh, I do have one Vinoa now, that's right. I guess I'll take that one. I guess I'll take that one. Sure. And then let's take something that, like, it's one of those it's one of those things where this happened recently when I was doing the like Plessy and whatever ones, where turned out I needed like an L or a T or something, and like I didn't have that, and it's just like, really? I do know that I don't need rainbow for this, so that's something. I do know that I don't need rainbow. And then it looks like they have, what's that guy's name again? Sheet. I can grab that. You think it tells in the info? Here? And then which one? Which one is it called? Norse Gods, right? That's not for Norse Gods. You need box, I guess. Oh, okay. So then I should be good. I just need I need to make sure I have enough skill boost, and I guess probably throw in something else that makes blue. What is this for? Maybe the I don't know what it's for. Sure. Throw them in there, why not? Suppose I should give this some XP. You need dual board changers? What do you mean dual? Like 2 colors? Okay. That's probably good enough. Apparently they're saying I want to have this, which which is interesting. Bologna. Instead of Kaiba makes sense. Are any of them skilled up? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Alright then. Oops. Oops. Just one. How unsatisfying that two of the things weren't enough to get there. Okay. Change the order. Have that there, have that there. Alright. Let's do this. You. No. You. I'm not gonna watch the video while I do it. I'm just gonna assume that I can figure it out with this, even if it's not. It doesn't need to be optimal. I'm just doing it once. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just needs to be enough to get it done. Oh, that's the wrong button. Leak. Not really. Not really. It's just the pad stuff. Okay, so I guess just do this. Does the you know, the big group there means that you get oh, that's kind of annoying a little bit. That's a little bit annoying. I can see why maybe this is nicer to have, but sure. Really? Okay, I was like, really? We're gonna get negative orbed there? That would have been pretty obnoxious. I can see why this would be easier with having three of them. Three of the thing. Okay. Damage absorb. That does the awaken bind, but it don't do the Oh, but that's fine because this has the awakening. That's right. Okay, so then I just do this again, I guess. Just gotta make sure to do the blob. And that should do the damage? Okay, cool. and then I need to hurt them again. Okay. Look at that. Oh, that's cool animation. He got electrocuted. That's fun. Pretty fun. Now, I imagine this would have been a little bit easier with scaling up the Odins, but two more turns on the sheet. There's a world where I could not have what's needed. Make 10 plus combos. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem all that likely this turn. Blue, blue, light, blue. This is light. Okay, got there. A +9 combos does help. Or +8, whatever the skill is I used that added that for the turns. Alright, now we just gotta match most of the orbs on the screen. That's not so bad. Well, I messed that one up, huh? Alright, we get another. Well, Skyfall might just take me there, actually. Too short, too short. Fail. Would like these fucking blinders to go away, I'll say that much. Blue, blue. Light, red. That should be 25. Because there was only 5 left and the board has 30. Match 12 blue. Left to blue, right to heart. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but then it covers those, so that doesn't quite work. I guess do this turn then. One of the Odins is up in 2 turns. Okay. Just do 1 piercer. I can do that. 2028 presidential run. I don't even need to use anything to do that. Great. Clear. Make 13 plus combos. Assuming do this to get the... Yeah, and then we have the plus whatever from the other thing too. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Now we'll have the animation. Also, hello. Ordeal evolution. He's so cool. Right, I hadn't done that yet. Ordeal Dungeon of Norse Gods. Right. Great. Now, Back to the lab again. Yo, this whole Rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't. Of course I did the wrong Odin. Annoying that you can't type ordeal. Use that Odin for a lot of quick clears. These always take like way more XP, right? To use the big stuff. Nice. It says I don't need to level limit. Oh no, maybe I do need a level limit break it to get the ×4 on it. And apparently a double SDR. You know what could be nice, actually, Dukester, if possible? Can you make this, this other Odin, perhaps? Do you have this equipped to put on it? I don't know if I have that equipped. I don't know how important that equip is, to be clear, but I'm trying to do the SGT video here. I think I can make the blue Swaparooski guy. Granted, I don't even know if you really need it to be the blue one. It might just be just do any swap guy, but 7986. $7986. I'm assuming I don't need these exact equips though. Closest equip change option would be Ryun, Dragonbound Seal, or any Void Piercer with 3-turn haste. Ah, okay. And you would want to give it 5 SDRs apparently, the one that you're making. I need to then, I assume, scale this thing up. The YouTube one works, and then that's where you can get to the other one. There's not really a way to not paste it and not have it look insane, because that website's URLs are just crazy like that. So that would be my suggestion. If you want to look at the exact thing. Unless you want me to try to just bring it back up visually on the screen, then I could do that. That's not what I want to do. Interpretive dance. What? Huh? What are you talking about? Man, this thing needs a lot. Definitely, like, you're getting less rewards than you have to use to level this thing up, but whatever. We're already this far. I need to give you USDRs. Maybe we should watch what this even does to really know what it is that we need here. Alright, so how does this work? You lead swap, I expected that. Then you use that to have Pierce for a couple turns, plus charge by 3 to get the other Odin up. Okay, that makes sense. Then everything gets delayed a smidge. You use the pirate skill to charge by 2 and change the board? Why does it need to be the board the other colors, I wonder? Just to have green on it, maybe? Oh, or to avoid combo absorption for 4 turns? Ah, that could be it, actually. Okay, let's continue, I guess. I assume it's going to be related to that. Then you bloat in and live 5 for okay, you live 5 for the enhanced orbs. I can do that one. That is Halloween Jester? It's Halloween something. Maybe it's not called Jester. Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. Or the Pumpkin Joker. So I'm looking for Joker. Apparently I don't have one made into an equip, so I will need to do that. What? It says I have... Hold on. Oh, I do have 2 of them made. Hold on. Why are they not... Alright, hold the phone. Why was that not inheritable? Maybe they weren't favorited? Hold on. Alright, so I have that. Now let's continue the video. Step by step here. To some extent, at least. Or 4 or 5. I imagine... So the assist on Blue Man, the dragon thing we have to lead with, is a shield break and then maybe a couple of nails, which I imagine it's going to be related to, like, that, pretty much. Like the nails to do a follow-up damage hit or something, or maybe like the last 5 HP. Okay, let's see. So this will break the shield. Break the shield. Add a bunch of nails. You blowed in. Why is this guy on the team? I don't know why that light guy is on the team. I don't think his skill got used at all. So that's odd. But okay. I don't think there is a need for the green weapon that is on... Oh, what the heck? Search. 1, 3, 3, 5, 6. That comes from you, which I have. So Roy Alfard. Alfard. Alright, I have that one. Great. I'm gonna evolve you into this. Lovely. Don't need to do that part, but okay. Really just need to, I don't need to do anything actually. Just need to put you on the pirate now. Great. Now, this one I don't think I have, which is a little concerning. Which is Chappie. I do not have Chappie, which does the shield break and then the nail orbs, which is a bit of a schmissue. That one is a bit of a schmissue. Can I find an alternative is the question. So we're looking for an equip that has the skill of shield, break shield, 100%, and oh, I had another one, and there we go. Okay, and nail orbs. Nail orbs create. How much is a nail? 15. I need to do 15, I think. Search. Well, 15 only shows up as Chappie. But do you actually need 15? Because they only have 5, so you only need 5. So if I change the filter to 5 or more, there is another. There is the Devil Cleaver, which I have that guy, I think. The Kurgan. The Kurgan? Yeah, this guy. This guy could potentially be our answer. I want to try it, at least. Oh, it also does a board. Okay, interesting. That's probably fine. I assume that's fine. Is that everything? Why is this on the team? I guess maybe it's saying like you could have anything there. Do I have everything that is otherwise needed? I think so. Oh, no. We need to have the swap, the leader swap. Swap? Switch? That's probably good enough. Technically, it recommends the blue version. Maybe for the OEs, I guess. I don't think that matters. Could be wrong. We're testing it out. Alright. I think we got everything. And maybe with the help of Dukster's fella, we can maybe make this work. What am I looking for again? Odin? I might have to refresh. Oh no, it's here. Okay. Alright, let's give it a shot. I mean, I didn't 120 everything, but... we swap. Do this. So why didn't that kill? What happened there? What happened there? Did this equip not come up? Is that what happened and I didn't notice? That could be what happened. Hold on. Is that what happened? The equip was not up. Oh. I feel like this isn't necessary, so we can add something here that's a bunch of SBs, I guess. No, I don't think you'll have to. I think I can just change that. I don't think the king guy is necessary. I think we just grab this and then maybe it's enough. Because now we're 22, 27, 28, 29. And then yours has a few on it as well. Which will make it... Yeah, this should be enough then. Okay. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, much better. Now next floor we go pirate into using one of the Odins. I don't think it matters which one. It's just about getting the charge, getting the 4 turns of the combo thing, do this, swipe. Now we're here, we do the other Odin, and we do the enhance, and we swipe. Then I think we do Odin swipe, because we don't care about the combo absorb. I don't even know what's the inherit that's on Valeria. Okay, then we do... The order of operations might matter a little bit here. I think we want to do the Jun first. I'm assuming that's enough. The point of the nail orbs. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Everything in one run. Isn't that cool? I mean, I nearly completely copied, though there was a change, which was the equip, which is probably one a lot more accessible, because a lot of people rolled. What did this come from? What is the collab that this thing was from? Does anyone remember the name of that? What's this guy from? You know, it'd be nice is, and I don't know if there's, I don't think there's a way to. It'd be nice if there was like some information thing you could grab from this screen to be like, what collab is this from? But I don't think there's a way to do that. But a lot less people have Chappie than would likely have this, assuming you rolled this a lot, which I must have. I don't know what thing it's from. Kurgan, Puzzle, and Dragons. From RE0, which people did roll a lot of. Yeah. So, people are much more likely to have Kurgan over Chappie. I will even leave a comment for that. Oh, he already did it. Never mind, I thought I was gonna be a hero, but he already answered someone else's question. Did I use any other equips? Nah. Well, so he leaves an open slot here, I guess, basically, to add whatever you need. I feel like it would have been better off leaving it empty, so it's a little less confusing, but let's see if I indeed did it correctly and got all the rewards. Oh, you do need one of them in the team. Oh, dang it. I didn't see that one. Well, that explains why he had it there then, huh? That explains why he had it there then, huh? Well, shoot. I guess I'll have to run it again, but now we need more skill boost somehow. I guess give this an equip that has skill boost. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, you can't give it skill boost. Equip. Right. Then, yeah, I guess you need to maybe do some, skill boost with... No, that one doesn't. And he doesn't either? Shoot. Huh. And you already have the equip that you're supposed to have. How does he have more... How did he have more skill boost than I did? Am I missing something? I mean, I actually have more, because this gives +2, whereas the Chappie one doesn't even give +2. And I have the other equips exactly the same? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. How did he have enough skill boost? I'm confused. Oh, maybe this just needs to be skilled up, I guess. I guess that's what it is. I think this does need to be skilled up then, Dukester, for this to work. Because having this is part of the reward. I didn't even realize it was. Which I should have. That's dumb. I will say I have to pee, so maybe... I don't know if you've already changed it back or not. I have to pee and it is past 7, so good time to stretch break, come back, do the free rolls, etc. But yeah, that's also, I mean, it's also for your own sake that you need to skill it up in order to get all the achievements in one go, so we'll come back to that. For now, we're gonna stretch break, we're gonna pee. I'll put up Scrandle for you to do while I stretch break as well. But firstly, is the going and peeing part.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding.
Boom. 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 Scramble. These are both quite solid looking, huh? One's a little more traditional. I mean, one is just a lot of meat, let's be honest. Like, the left one is kind of insane. Buffalo fried chicken burger with wings? It's a little much. You're missing why it matters? The reason that I was able to have it up was because I switched out the super metal yellow dragon gold guy and had put in Valeria. But turns out one of the rewards involves having that super metal gold whatever dragon on the team. Which means that I can't have Valeria, which means that you can't have the extra skill boost, which means you need to have the thing skilled up. That should explain it. They are both burgers. I assume the left one is the one that people would vote for. They both look amazing, to be honest. Okay. You don't think you ever eat wings with burgers? Yeah, I just assume people are like gorging pigs of meat though, because it seems like people are. Even though, like, if anything, they're gonna have to change real soon in this next year unless you're going to be spending like 2 times the amount. With the way beef prices have been going and will continue to go, he raises his eyes above the screen so you can see them. Anyway, giant thing of meat probably. As explained before. I'm gonna go with the corn dog. Alright. What is going on in the right picture? I guess that's just the ground. You've been avoiding red meat since the price increase and the gout outbreak. Yeah, and the screwworm thing too. That's not gonna... It was already going bad, and the screwworm thing's only gonna make it worse. People feel that they deserve to have cheap meat for some reason, even though it's kind of an insane idea. The fries look good here. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Alright, I'm on the ground. I guess I'll give... Hold on, I forgot to give you music. I'll give you music. Both of these look good. The left one looks like you get a lot more for it, though. cheesesteak. Turkey. Yeah. Looks like an awful piece of pizza. An awful looking piece of pizza. Frankenfest hot dog. Why is the end of that hot dog look so weird? What is that? What's that all about? I mean, I think I'm gonna choose it anyway, but I'm just wondering what that's all about. Next stretch. Balti pie or sausage mix and chips. So the one on the right is with a red stripe, which looks like a lager. Jamaican lager beer? What the hell? In England? I go with the left anyway. I don't know what a Balti pie is. Deleting the viewer, the fake viewer. Sliced steak or sausage. I'm just gonna assume it's this one. Okay. Stretch. What the hell is going on with those tacos? So I guess they're all soft shell tacos that are open-faced and probably can't be closed. Unless it might just be from POV, I guess, but can't even really tell what's going on. Tacos al pastor. It looks really cheap too, so I guess I'll have to click that one. So that's a good looking. Look, that's a cheap foot-long sausage too. I think I'll click the right one anyway, though. I'll go with the taco. Once I get up. Oh, God. Click. Hell yeah. Pulled pork and beef or Jockey Whopper burger, which is 3 burgers, 3 bacon, 3 sausage, 3 cheese. Holy moly. You're more of a taco expert than I, so I have a question. What is your opinion on soft shell tacos versus hard shell tacos? Do you think one is illegitimate, or both are acceptable? And then which one do you like more? If there even is one you like more. Left for the price? I just had a feeling the right one would win anyway. Por qué no los dos? Fair. Fair. Good looking sand beach. I don't even know what this is, but it's just clearly better. Both of these are looking pretty rough. They're both like pastes. Hard shell or gringo? Interesting. I don't even know what that is, but it looks good. Wait. I didn't want to click, I wanted to look at the information. That's not fair. I would have got a 10 out of 10 if that didn't happen. Because I wanted to see what this was made of. Yeah, I think I would have gone with this. But whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Boom. The only hard shells in real Mexican cooking are chips and tostadas. I'm trying to think if I've had a tostada like ever actually. Okay. We're going for this again. We didn't realize I needed this. This needs to be skilled up a smidge. It's not yet, which means that maybe I need to go to the page, like refresh to screen. By the way, well, we can talk about the expedition thing when we're doing the mail. There we go. There we go. Uh-huh. You pirate. Very good. Very clutch that Dukester had the equip, by the way. Just putting that out there. Very clutch. Now we do this. And we do this. We'll wait for those to be blue again. Make sure to get a majority of the nails to finish off. And now we should have all the rewards. Because yeah, I didn't realize that this one was here. I didn't see that one. Alright. Nice work, team. Dukester, for you, what you would need to do is, you know, self-pair with the one that you had for me to use, and then you would need a second one yourself to do the lead swap. And everything else here is farm mode. Well, this equip is not. But the decent chance you had it, because I had 4 of it. I don't know what from. Alphard? Whatever that's from. I assume you have. At least some amount. Okay. Okay, so. I do a bit of mail work here. This was day 16. Give it up for day 16. But I already know you said you had multiple of the Odins anyway. Yeah, you don't need it to, it doesn't have to be specifically a, it could basically be any lead swap on the Odin from what I can tell, and then you should likely be able to finagle the rest really, but. Day 17, so that would be May 1st. 17. Day 18, May 2nd. Yeah, no rush. No rush, but nice that we kind of made our way through that. Now this is a couple days, so this is going to be day 20. So you skip the 3rd, you go 4th, 19, 20. Great. 21. 21. Sorry. That would be May. Oh, there's a lot here. May 5th. May 5th. 5 stones. Day 21. And then day 22, which would be May 6th. Okay, great. Let's delete some of these then. Lovely. And then this one to be safe, just one more. Day 23. And that should be all I need to do to make sure nothing expires between now and then. Quick time left. There'll be some of this stuff, but we will roll those and then we will be okay. Speaking of said rolls, let's get to those, shall we? Let's get to some of those, shall we? Any icon. Okay. Get this out of the way. I wonder if that machine can roll the new, like, defense pierce one or not. I don't know. I don't think I've bothered to care or check, really. Alright, Mystic. Here we go. Mystic Inspectors, machine free roll. 4 Mystic Inspectors, login stamp, day 7. I have at least 2 of those, for sure. the Straw Snake Spectre Nakoya 6686. More than 7. 8. Not a surprise to be as stinky, but you know, whatever. Gotta check it. Meanwhile, Gintama Egg Machine free roll for Gintama Collab Login Stamp Day 1. Hello, Hank. You missed the first free roll of Mystic Inspectors, which was the Straw Snake Nobody Cares. Now you're here for the first Gintama. Which could be something super omega epic. Oh shit, maybe it is. Wait, maybe it is actually? Hold on. Consults Ramen's chart. It is B tier, I think. Let me write it down and then I'll read it. Harusame, 7th Division. By the way, do any of you know what this anime is about at all? I do not. So you have some 10Cs, some Ls. You have a 3-turn cooldown, void attribute absorption, and 2 times attack when, and a damage cap 30 billion for this ally for 2 turns. 2.5 damage cap when enemy is water. Oh, so it's bad if there is a water enemy when you use it. Okay, this is how I assume this works, but I would be interested to know. You use it on a non-blue enemy the first turn, kill. Second turn, now is a blue enemy because you're in a new floor. I assume it doesn't like recognize that and then reset the cap. I assume that is more of a when you use the skill than it does that, but I could be wrong. Damage cap to 20 billion and allies, and attribute change to fire for this ally and adjacent allies for 5 turns and charged by 2 and +3 and 10C and wait a second. Kind of a lot of stuff. Now, I don't know when this would come into play to be useful, but I could see a world where it is. Or at the very least, unique in making 3 things fire attribute. Okay, cool. Down for that. Down for that. Mystic Inspectors Day 10. Not a 7-star guaranteed, a little lame. Music has needed a moment to load onto the next one. Okay. Comedy, adventure, episodic thing, highly rated anime. Okay. Another golden egg for another thing I have many of. Flaming Bird Dash Man, Mashigan. 6680. Dupe 8th. Not exciting. Gintama 2020 Egg Machine. Okay. Gintama bracket 2020 Egg Machine for day 2. I feel like they don't usually do day 1, day 2, but I guess this one's kind of like fake, not really roll, right? So that's why. Ooh, it's a kitty. Or it's a dog? That's actually probably the dog, but whatever. I already had it, darn. Kaguda. 4765. I imagine that one's not particularly good. Dupe, second, I guess EQ, but whatever. It's the less important machine. Is this one of those where like the first time we had this was like mega long ago, so these are not that good. I guess the number is 4,000, so that is pretty old, actually, now that I think about it. If the ID is that old, then it is indeed pretty old. Let's do... Well, okay, I guess we do this one next. Keep the order correct. Are they giving us a bunch of these, or is this just... Alright, anyway. 6 years? Yeah, that's pretty damn long, huh? That is pretty damn long. By the way, Hank, it does seem like there is a couple new 3-piece, so brother, well, come on now. What? Come on now. What is that? Jeez, man. It's a brand new freaking machine, and I've never rolled it, and you gave me 2 of the same thing? That's cold. That's cold. That's cold. You need a little bit, though? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Beep, 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 beep. What the hell? Deja vu, deja vu? Double deja vu? Two different machines, by the way. That's pretty unlikely for that to happen. It's pretty unlikely for that to have happened. These are all the rewards for doing our lovely little challenge. Oh, what are people's opinions on the expedition stuff so far? Or does anyone even have opinions? I kind of don't care at all about it. I mean, I'm still doing it, but it feels like modern video game, like modern mobile game. Game plays for you while you're away. AFK dungeon, like that. It's very much that vibe instead of being something that's actually interesting. I mean, I guess it's like the Munchlet thing. Maybe a little bit not as bad, because the Munchlet thing's every 8 hours, and now like these expeditions, now that I'm at the higher levels, are like over a day long, which is pretty wild. Still on wave 1? No, okay, I'm on wave... What wave am I at? On wave 3 of 11. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, what is the point, really? To log in after 30... Yeah, I guess that's true, especially when they become over 24 hours, huh? I didn't think about it that way. But when they're longer than 24 hours, it really kind of kills the whole idea of, like, trying to get people to log in more often, huh? Yeah, that's probably a mistake, I would imagine. Oh yeah, I haven't... I've done like the autofill team thing. Granted, one part I don't like is that like, when entering the next expedition dungeon, if I like try to do the recommended thing, maybe I should probably double check, but like the team was already filled, right? From the last one it had just ran, and then I tried to like click the like, oh, like reset team, that didn't do anything. Then I did like the recommended team, thinking maybe it just updates what's there. I don't think it did though. I think I had to like manually clear all the, well, go to the thing that's like select all the team at once, then clear it all, then go back to the like autofill, and then it like sometimes changes some of the units there. I don't know. I'm wondering if all of those mail free rolls means that they're not going to give us quest free rolls, but it looks like they still do anyway, I guess. So this will be Gintama Egg Machine for quest. I'm looking for a quest. Quest. There we go. For quest, there we go. Where was it? Pad Academy Egg Machine free roll. So in this case it would be Gintama Egg Machine clear roll for quest clear Kabu Kiko? Whatever. Colosseum! Exclamation point. Shitty said the auto will always beat the dungeon, but don't quote you on that. I wonder if, like, that's assuming that you have units that can beat the dungeon, which I imagine, at least for now, like, it's gonna be really hard to not have a team have things that can beat it, but because in theory with a new player maybe they can't. I don't know, maybe they still can anyway, and it's just about putting in as much dungeon boost as you can. Hey, finally it wasn't another dupe. Mad Noble Kotaro Katsura. 13683. 3-turn cooldown. Damage cap to 30 billion for this ally. Void attribute absorption for 2 turns. And that seems pretty nuts. And the equip is +3 TPA, some killers. Void's damage absorption, half damage. This ally is 50 billion, and this seems pretty solid. Solid 3-turn CD at absorb plus damage cap plus awoken unbind. EQ, not bad either. Alright. Well, Hank said that they're waiting a little bit because they before we do 3P. But this would just this would be a good time to check what the hell is even in here. Because I haven't looked at any of it at all. So, Ramen says that this guy is SS tier. Also known as super. 2-turn cooldown. 50 billion cap makes the orbs that I assume it needs. It needs to do a TPA as well as a water and light attack. Double barrel is kind of interesting. It would be nice if they would show on this screen what these super awakening options are. I feel like I've mentioned this a number of times. Hold off for 45, I guess we have to now. Well, that's tough. I guess if there's only 2, that's not so bad, and Hank and I could do 8P in the meantime. Finish up 8P, I guess. 45 minutes is like 8:30, so we would only have 30 minutes should be enough to do the 2 3Ps. I guess it'll be fine then. Anyway, yeah, I've wanted them to show the SAs for these units for a long time in this screen, and they just still don't. Plenty of real estate over here to do so. It's not like they're running out of space. Meanwhile, the other version of this guy, wait a second. The other version of this guy is also a 2-turn cooldown. Voids damage absorption and pierce for a turn. And does blue and red, and is a blue and red guy. Is there a world where this is good for Valentine team, blue and red, or is that just... maybe that's not true, I don't know. I guess you kind of need 2 of them, because like so many dungeon stuff needs like 2 turns of, you know, because super resolve and stuff. So if you have 2 of them and you're like looping that way, then I guess, but... And then the equip is... charge by 2 and some stuff. The other one that is top tier is this currently. This charges by 2 and transforms into the... Oh, this guy. This is Utsuro you're talking about. 2-turn cooldown, 50 billion cap, 9 darks to do boxes, I'm assuming? Yeah. Auto heal is interesting too, so you don't have to worry about healing really. I assume that this is pretty strong. It only adds 3 combos, so even if you have 2 of them, you're only getting 6 plus the thing, so that's like not really getting to 10. So that's a little interesting to me. It's only, I mean, maybe you're supposed to pair it with not this and pair it with a different thing, and then have a second one as a sub. That could be the case. The equip is a 2-turn 2 shield breaker. A long set of turns for 30 billion. Okay. Then S tier is this. This ally's damage cap 24 billion for 35 turns. 2 times cap when it's wood. Oh, so maybe it does change when you are facing a wood enemy and not when you use the skill. Because that's otherwise very odd to have it worded like this. Like, because this is like so unlikely to happen if it's just the first turn where you're evolving it. Because the stage is final, it doesn't loop back. Okay. Void Attribute Absorption and Pierce for 2 turns and all the colors. The equip, I mean, then this does not pair with the Dark Fella. This could pair with the blue light guy, just to be TPA related. Recovers 40 HP and leader capped 28 billion for 10 turns, charged by 1. It has poison and jammer and auto heal and stuff. This guy is F tier? The 8-star is F tier? Let's see why. I have to know. Void damage absorption and allied damage set to 30 billion for 2 turns, recovers unmatchable status. Interesting. Void attribute damage cap set to 50 billion 2 turns, destroys a shield. A lot of these new equips having +3 on it, which is... Is that really just F tier? Okay. Apparently. This one is B tier. I like the outfit, is funny. It has the Remdraw costume. It is a cleric, and then something will happen. It's alright. Sure. And this is whatever. Then we have, oh, the guy I rolled, who is C tier. We already know what he does. We looked at this one already. Something will happen, Gamba. Yeah. This one is A tier. Okay. 5-turn cooldown, 2 turns of attribute and damage absorbed, 3 times HP boost. Okay, that makes sense then. Covers a thing and HP boost for big dungeon hits, etc. This guy's the one you didn't roll because it's good because it's got the 3 times HP. I could see that. Void attribute damage for 3 turns, but okay. Question: is Utsuro pair with Utsuro? Because how are you getting to 10? I mean, I guess there's just other orbs you can match, but you know, so many new leads now. It's like you don't even need to hit to 10 because it does it itself. Oh, the cleric costume. Okay, that makes sense too. Sure. This is A tier. It is the looping damage cap and auto recovery blue-red team fella. Okay, sure. Or fell her, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, whatever. Tape, cross, blue-red. Charged by 3. Oh, that's always nice. It doesn't have any SBs on it itself, but sure. This guy I got is B tier. We know what he does. I guess... no, never mind. I was thinking maybe attribute changed for those skills that like lower the damage cap when the other things are green, but that's not changing the enemy. That's changing your own units. Fully recover, awaken, bind, and unmatchable. This guy is A tier. This guy is familiar to me. I must have him from the first time that this collab came around. Sakamoto. Damage cap 24 billion for 3 turns. Oh, so it's okay. Looping damage cap and cleric ability and shield break. Blue green. There's a blue green team? Is that what we're seeing here? Mutsu is F tier. Yeah, sure. Sure. This is C tier for reasons. Charge by 1, etc. Yeah, this machine's all new, but you know those free rolls from the 2020 machine, I'm saying I might have the blue-green guy that is the version of that guy that's the old version because I recognize his red jacket and glasses and hair. Keep up! Actually, let's check that right now. Before I forget how to spell his name. Told you. Boom. Don't test me. Don't test me on that. Anyway, let's look at that again. Not him, but where we left off. This is F tier as well. 5 turn. Yada yada. Sure. Seems to me like the blue-green team idea is like the bad one of the collab, though I could be wrong. This is C tier. Roulette. Sure. This is the ranking one. Let's see why. 3 times attack, RCV, changes all orbs. So it's not for that. It's gotta be the equip then? Delays? Oh yeah, okay. Perfect. Green heart swipe. Yeah, that would be nice to have 1 or 2 of for sure. To me, that's the most exciting thing in here as it stands. This one is C tier. We did use it in the fixed team title. This guy we did not. He is A tier. 2-turn cooldown, gets the orbs he needs, does damage cap. For him and another guy. Okay. This is D tier, the only one in D tier. I guess damage cap loop for himself. And well, and you know what, HP cap as well. Something to be said for that, I guess. Probably what ekes it over F tier. Tama. This was also in the fixed team. Charged by 3, but also 3, so +6 virtually. That's pretty strong. Well, maybe not strong, but it's at least a solid equip. Charges are always good to have around as options. Paraguay just beat Germany. What? I'm gonna have to look at the clips of those. Yeah, shame that I didn't watch that one. I was able to have Brazil and Japan on the side monitor for the whole game, really. I talked about it earlier in terms of it being kind of a disappointing round. A vanishing assist, okay. That probably bumps it up to like a B. Yeah, B. This is a looping shield for... Oh, no, it's not. It's 2 turns, but okay. The equip is probably the reason that's good. This is B tier as well. Create 7 of those. Charge by 1. 3-turn cooldown. Damage cap loop. And orbs and things. Sure. This one is A tier. 4-turn looping damage cap. And attribute absorption. And a shield by 40 for 2 turns? Okay. Oh, so you're supposed to like 2 turns shield of that one, and then 2 turns shield of like, not this one, of this one, and then like loop between the two of them, I guess? I think that's kind of the idea that's going for. E tier, 5 turn cooldown, damage capped to 16 billion for all of the subs on the team. Okay. I imagine maybe you're doing that potentially for the dark team. Have this buff all the subs, the leads buff themselves. I can see it. And you are, wait, this guy's A tier? No, this guy's S tier? Ah, shield loop. Shield loop and 20 billion damage for this and adjacents. Well, that would do it, wouldn't it? It's just funny that it's at the bottom of the list, huh? Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, let me think here. Let me go back to this. Make sure there's. I can claim all of this. I can claim the June stuff off screen. I've done it all. Yep. Mystics. I do need to do some of that, I guess. If we still need to wait Hank, then I can do some of this instead. Hold on, I have to speedrun something.
Start.
I have to attempt to speedrun something, I guess. Technically. That goes there. Hold. Hold on, we're doing this for a second. I have a minute left to do this, which I probably won't be able to do in time. I don't know if it actually, what counts if I finish this before the timer runs out and it resets at 8. I wonder. Okay, this goes here. That means that this has to be here. Which means these can be here. Oh god, there's 2 of these blues. Oh, actually, no, that's not that hard to tell. Okay. Does that help with any of this? It does mean that, what does it mean? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, no. You're waiting for your wife to leave? That's fine. I'm so bad at these puzzles. I'm so bad at this type. Can it be 4 here? Yes, it also could be 4 here. I feel like I should be able to figure something out because this, like, 7 is a big number, but the dark color could be... Oh, well, you know what? I guess it means this has to be here and here. So that's something. That's not really much of anything, actually, because there's no circles on those either. This could be either this color or this color. This has to be either of them again. And then the dark could be 4 here or 4 here. Very annoying. I guess that means... Well, because the blue could be here. Actually, the blue is one of them. The light blue is one of these, I would assume. And then 4 is the dark, and then 5 is the other way. So can't do that, I don't think. This could be up or down 4. The dark could be 3 or 3. Where's Stung Tongue to give me the secret info? The secret strat here. Because these don't mean the order. I don't believe that means the order. Which is annoying. I guess it means these are... these are here. Okay. That means that this is this. Okay. And then that as well. Something. It's something, guys. The 5 blue, huh? I mean, they all look blue, kind of, to me. But you get what I'm saying, maybe? Maybe you don't. This could be any of the 3. Well, it could be this or... It's gonna be a mix of those. I just don't know which one. 5, 2, 3. Don't know how I'm supposed to figure this out now. A little bit lost. There's no guarantees over here, huh? I guess, wait, doesn't that mean that this is not a, like, this has to either be, this has to be this color. What? Wouldn't that be a circle of 3 then? I thought that was the strat Stungtongue was telling me. What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense, okay. I guess because there's 7, so it doesn't mean it needs to be a circle. That doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. I want to just give up and click, but then there's like, what's the point of me even doing it? I don't understand why that's not, how that's not just regular blue here. Yeah, I don't get that at all. I don't get that even a little bit. These could go either direction. I guess that means I can do, well, I think I would have been able to do that regardless, which is a little annoying then. This cannot, oh no, it can be this still, fuck. This cannot be this color, but it could be the blue or this. But it does mean that this has to be down in this half. Does that give me anything? No, because this could be the light blue, and then the darks, and then this color, or it could be the other way. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I assume no one here actually knows how to do this besides Stungtongue, so I imagine no one can actually give me assist here. But this is, we're taking a brief detour from pad to do this. Again, because it reset 4 minutes ago. It's a daily thing. Just click randomly. There's supposed to be a way to figure it out. All of these having options of 1 is so annoying. What? And the 4 could be here or here. These could be here, these could be here, they could be fucking anywhere. Fucking? They could be fucking anywhere? Okay. I gambled. But it was if there was a gamble to do, it would be that one, pretty much. So now this is here, which means that that's there, okay, that means these can't be here, this has to be here, this gotta be here now. This has to be here. This has to be here. And then flip one side or the other, but it can't be there. Oh no, it can be up there. Okay, never mind, I take it back. This could be the 4 or the 1. This could be either way still. How annoying is that? Well, actually no, this has to be here because the 4 needs to be in a row, but These ones of colors are really screwing up the chances of everything else here a little bit, huh? 2 here. Does that give me a guarantee of anything? This color is this color, which there's stuff every column here, so not really. Stuff here every column. There's no dark. Dark cannot be here. Does that help me? Yes. For that spot specifically. I guess that, I mean, it is one filled in spot, but yeah. And then it can't be dark here, so it has to be blue. Okay. That's, again, something, I suppose. What about this one? Can't have any of the dark either. So in this case, it has to be this and this. Okay, that's big. That is helpful. That means that... I assume that's helpful. That means that this cannot be the dark, so it has to be the blue. And then this can't be... oh, it could be the dark, I guess, but it also could be the blue. This one has to be the blue, so then that means this is here, this is here. That means that... what? That means... something. I'm starting to get close. No blue can be here, but it could be this or this. Figure out these guys. Could be this side or this side. That's obnoxious. This could be in these or these still. This has to be blue or dark, and it can be either. This can be blue or dark, but it could be either. This cannot be dark. Would have to be this color or this color, but both are still available, annoyingly enough. Annoyingly enough. This has to be this. Okay, now that means that this is gonna be there, which then means this has to be here. So there. So we're getting closer now. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay. This cannot be light blue. This cannot be light blue. So it's those. Now means these and these. Blue. Blue. This cannot be dark. Alright, none of them can be dark. It's just the blue in this color. Alright, there's gotta be a way to figure that out. That goes there. If I had $1 million, if I, this has to be blue, because this is already down here. Yeah. Okay. It's something. It's something. How would you actually figure this out from here? This seems insane. One of these has to be this color, one of them has to be this color, and the opposite is the opposite of here regardless. I guess this blue... I'm trying to think if there's a way to know that... No. How do you know, man? How are you supposed to figure this out? I guess this has to be split. Right? No, because it's 6 and there's one down here. No, it does, because otherwise that'd be a 4 with a circle. I clicked the wrong color. I clicked 4 instead of 3. That's fine, though. That's fine, though. Well, that was really bad, but I'm really bad at that one. I'm really bad at these types sometimes. Okay, we'll go back to Puzzle and Dragons, but look, I cleared it in time. I cleared it in time. Alright, surely now we're ready to rumble, right? Surely now we're ready to rumble? In 3P or 8P? This is regular Coliseum with a regular old Freerin situation. Wait still? Oh, alright, well then I guess we're 8P'ing instead. I thought you said we can run now, so I thought that meant what that meant. Oh, you're finishing a dungeon. What the hell? Who's this guy? Who the heck is this guy? I don't even remember what was the strategy on this one again? Like L's and T's and stuff. Rip. Oh wait, I remember. Something like that. Something like that where you do a little bit of that. Coming back a little bit. Alright. Let's see if I can do the finish. I messed up. I think. Or maybe I am supposed to do double T there. Ah, no, I did it right. Okay. I remembered. I remembered how to do it. Alright, now we'll do 3P. Snuck in an 8P run, which probably was ultimately a bad thing. Because now that might throw me and Hank off. Hell yeah. 3P. Create. 3-player. Kabuchi. 3 peas in a pod. Whoa. NY Kami Shivadra? I haven't seen something like that in a while. Haven't seen something like that in a while. You've not obtained any swipe stuff since. Well, did you see that there's a new evolution of... Oh, shoot. Elemental sneaking in ahead of Dukester? Well... Oh, shit. I guess, hopefully you're okay with that, I guess. True, we can run it. We can, I suppose, run it again. No response from other players. Well, there's no reason to leave if you're already here. What? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. They can't join, like, mid-match. What? Well, you two can join up then. You two should join up and start one then. Because you could do 2-player room of it. You guys should do it together while Hank and I are doing this run. That'd save us all a bunch of time. No, this is, you can see equips on the screen. This is the normal Coliseum. This is the normal Coliseum. Elemental, you and Dukester, if you aren't, should add each other as friends and do it as a 2P room. Doesn't really make sense not to. Would save, it would actually be the best option. That way you guys can both start it. You don't have to re-enter and like waste Sam and time, and then everyone gets it done. Dukester, Elemental, connect. Okay, good, it's happening. Oh, he didn't even want to do the friend add, he's just making the room. He hates you! Obviously not, I'm just being silly. He hates you. Ah, that's a shame. The barely not quite killing setup. You're just trying to not have to use the same boring stuff all the time. I get it. You effed up. At first I thought you said I'm fed up, and I was like, no, that's not what he meant. He effed up and made a 3P. Okay, Elemental, did you join his 3P room? Oh, he made a 3P, he needs to make it a 2P of a 3P. I get it. He needs to make it a 2P of a 3P. You could have passed to me, maybe Hank didn't notice that, oh no, he's just shielding up with his leader skill. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I guess I'm doing this because I'm scared he has more HP. I live. Boom, 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 boom. Scooby dooby doo boom. Ooh, okay. 10 combo and Pierce. Or rather, I guess 11 combo and Pierce. Oh shit! Thanks, Hank. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for your Twitch Prime free sub that you get by attaching your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account if you have Amazon Prime, and then therefore you can and then you can subscribe to your favorite streamer for free, and then. Very much appreciated. My 8P partner in crime for 8 months, or subscribe. You've been here a lot longer than 8 months, but it's your Twitch Prime for 8 months, rather. You've definitely been here a lot longer than 8 months. Maybe like times 10 months. 10 times 10 the number of months. Then maybe. You never buy anything, but now you share Prime Video with people and feel stuck. Ooh, that is a bit of a bummer. You know, you could try to have the person you're sharing it with chip in, even it out a little bit. Be like, you could say like, I'm thinking about canceling my Prime. I don't really use it that much. I'd be willing to keep it. I get if like, you know, you could do something like that. Oh, they're 86. All right, that makes it a little rougher. Did they use your account for ordering stuff to take advantage of Prime, or is it purely the video? I feel like there's a way to maybe make it work otherwise. Just video? That's really like not a good deal then, right? Like isn't that like a lot? Isn't it kind of a lot? It would be great if you killed this guy so that I don't have... Oh, that's not gonna kill that guy. Because I'm not gonna be able to kill this guy, I think, because I don't think is Himmel up? Okay, Himmel is up, I guess. I guess I can, actually. That's a tough spot to be. I honestly don't even know how much Prime costs a year. I assume it's skyrocketed from like what I remember it being. Because like there's all the different perks and stuff now that like if you really don't use a lot of them, then it's probably insane. One way around it, I guess, could be like, not really, doesn't really solve the problem, but like, kind of, I don't know, like, okay. Words are hard. Because this is a lot of if statements to surround this setup, is assuming that, okay, assuming, all right, follow along, assuming that you are doing, let's say, Christmas gifts with each other. You could not say that you're buying it for them, like buying it for them, because then it seems like a cop-out kind of thing, but rather you could say, like, I feel like there's something you could maybe finagle where it makes it seem like they're getting it for you, even though they're kind of really getting it for themselves because you don't really use it, you know, something like that. I feel like there's a way to word it to maybe make that work. Could be tricky though. Could be tricky. Especially because you've already been having it for a while. So they're like, well, why aren't you just getting it yourself still? And you're like, oh. okay, assuming you haven't had a conversation with them about canceling it before and then they guilt tripped you, assuming that didn't happen, you could just let it expire and wait for someone to complain. And then be like, oh yeah, I don't really use it anymore, so I wasn't gonna, like, it cost a lot. And then that could develop into a conversation, right? Like, that's one way to do it. Just not even have it on the top of mind or something. And just like, oh yeah, I like, didn't set it to auto-renew, and now that I looked at the bill and stuff, it doesn't really seem that worth it to me. Like, I feel like there's a way to make something like that happen. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like that could be. I feel like that could be approached. But what do I know? What I know is nothing about your actual situation. Besides, parents and grandparents are involved, so you know, I'm just saying stuff. I'm just saying stuff. Hopefully the Dukester and Elemental run is going well. They wouldn't mind if you cancel, most likely, but you would feel bad. If it wasn't tied to Prime and hundreds of dollars, you wouldn't mind at all. It just sucks giving Jeff B my money. I mean, hundreds of dollars is a lot. It's weird. Talking about money can be weird sometimes, right? There's the saying of, like, having what is it? It's like having only $1,000 in your bank account isn't much, or something. But then, or like having $10,000 in your bank account isn't that much. But then owing $10,000, something like that. There's some phrase like that. Now I'm gonna look it up because I'm nervous. I wanna get the right phrase. I feel like it's a fairly well-known one, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, it's like blank dollars isn't a lot of money to have, but it is a lot to owe. Like 1,000 or 5,000 or something like that. Yeah, that's what it is. Having $1,000 isn't a lot of money to have in the bank account, but it is a lot of money to owe. Yeah. Feel like that thought process can apply to a lot of things. Where it's like, over the course, like $100 kind of isn't a lot, but at the same time, it actually is a lot. Right? Especially if you then start thinking about it in terms of like, you know, food or something, right? Anyway, yeah, I can't really do damage to this, so... They wouldn't mind if you cancel it, feel bad. I mean, I guess part of it is almost like, how much are they actually even using it to? Because, I don't know, I think it'd be worth considering. They use it more than you. Yeah, but still, it's like... I don't know. There's a lot of places you can watch things. You're watching me right now. I'm sure they don't use Twitch or would have any reason to. Oh shit, a triple shield kill? That's kind of sick, actually. That's kind of nasty. You know what I've No, obviously anecdotal here. I feel like my parents do not use YouTube for like anything except my dad using it for when he's like fixing something. I feel like that's the most common time when he would use it is for like fixing something, whether it's something in the car or just like what, you know, whatever it is that he's doing. Sometimes he already kind of knows how to do it, but just to have the reference or just like the video footage of like, oh, what does it look like in this car or this whatever he's working on type of thing. Your parents use it every single day? I feel like my parents don't. I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like my parents, unfortunately, are scrolling Instagram a lot. I think that's what they're doing. Maybe not a lot, but like, if they are using their phone, I think they're scrolling Instagram. Alright, 3P? Tree-P? Multiplayer Kabu Icho Colosseum. Great work, Hank. Hopefully Dukester and your dad is a YouTube Shorts addict. I think my mom just watches like regular TV a good amount too. I think they also use Netflix. But they use Netflix via the TV, not via like a computer. So what do you guys want to be still split up into groups? That way you guys can work as a pair and then we can work as a pair. That way there's not one person left out. Or does Elemental not care about doing the other descend? Say bye to the wife. His wife? He's leaving. Forever. No. Not forever. Not forever. Everybody relax. You do need to do the other one? I think that should... Can I say that maybe that should be the plan? That you guys pair up and then me and Hank pair up? Because that's what we were just doing? You will need to make sure that you have a non-assist version of a team elemental, though. Also noting that to Hank right now. Usually we don't have the opportunity to do this, fourth person split up. But I think that would make sense, because also, if Hank and I finish a little early because you're waiting on... I keep that dang on me. Because you're waiting a little bit on Dukester, that gives me an opportunity to pair up with Hank to try to finish off a little bit of that 8P. Because I know Dukester doesn't really care about the 8P anyway. So it kind of makes sense for that reason too. There we go. I was like, where is it? Oh, he wants to use this one, but he doesn't have the non-assist. Oh, okay, alright. Keep that dang on him. You know Bird always waving that dang around. You know Bird always waving that dang around. Flashing that dang around. You will find a way to keep using it. I feel like it wasn't in use that long, which is just a shame, but also kind of the case for like, I don't know, kind of everything. Yeah, Freerin, 891ing my Freerin team sucked. I did not enjoy it at all. It's so slow and awful, but it is a really good team, so I did do it in the end. In the end. My only friend at the end. Alright, cool. We got a little system here. We're paired up. Find your buddy! Find your buddy! Like a school summer camp. Everybody, find your buddy! Got a buddy up. Got a buddy up. Buddy system, very important. Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I got lost in pitch black woods at night and couldn't see anything? That was a very scary experience. And relevant to the buddy system comment. It was at a summer camp situation, and it was maybe, actually it's kind of tough to think how old I actually was at that point. I'm gonna wager like somewhere between 13 to 15, maybe. Probably in that range. My guess is maybe the 13 to 14 side more than 15, but it could have maybe been 15 too. And it was like a week-long thing, and I definitely been like, I knew this was not my first time there. It was like a summer camp that was like once a summer for a week, and I think this event was usually near the end of the last day. It might have been like the night before the last day, or maybe, you know, the second to last. I don't fully remember, but it was always like this thing where like all of the different groups gather on this like big hillside that's kind of like almost like a, alright, let's do this, because like obviously kill double shield unawakened, pretty sick. And it was like in a way an old version of a Coliseum, not a Coliseum, a theater, in the sense that it had one side being the hillside of like all the people viewing, and the play, like the stage area that wasn't, I think it was just dirt, but like the stage area at the bottom, so everyone can watch the counselors do the thing. And these are kids, like the age range for me and the others is like, I want to say 13 to like 18. So it's not like a young summer camp, it's a little older. And historically, we all hated it. We being the group that I was in. The troop, the group, whatever, that I was in. So what we would do is we would sit at the very top of the hill, and at some point during the show, because it was really long, which is part of why it sucked, we would sneak kind of just from the top, go back down the other side of the hill. You had to be a little, like, there was always a chance of like other counselors would kind of be up there a little bit to watch for people doing that. The phone disconnected. Perfect. Well, just believe me that it's killing the guy, because it is. See, it did. Sorry. See, it did. And so, you know, we would, the plan would be that you would sneak the back side of the hill, which is no longer, because, you know, the side that everyone's sitting on is like semi carved out / you know, people have tread on it a bunch and whatnot, so there's like seats in the form of dirt and whatnot. Backside was just the normal forest. but pretty easy to get from there to the trails that then lead back to the individual camps that each group sleeps at. And you wouldn't go, you would go down the hill with like a second person at a time usually. And so that was fine. I did that. It was actually a group of like, when we all got back on the trail to meet up, it was like maybe 5 to 7 people, maybe even more. And we started walking back. And honestly, this is the part where it becomes a little bit of a blur for me. I don't even really remember what happened. All I remember is that because like one person had a flashlight, or maybe 2 people had a flashlight, so we could see to navigate back. And all I remember is just that like, oh wait, I gotta do this. All I remember is that all of a sudden, like someone like turned or something. I don't know if it's like they thought they heard a counselor and they turned it off, or I don't know, just like absentmindedly again, this is where the blur takes place, and I don't remember what happened. But somehow, some way, all of a sudden, pitch black, I can't see anything, I can hear the voices of the other people getting further away from me, or like almost just don't even hear them anymore. I think it was more I didn't even hear them anymore. I don't really remember. Again, it all becomes really weirdly fuzzy, maybe because it's not a good memory. But it then became, oh shit. Obviously, at some point pretty quick it became, oh shit. And then from there it became, oh shit, I just stepped off of the, like I can feel that I stepped off of the trail. I don't know where I am anymore. And then from there became, I am now potentially just walking in the woods that is not the trail, and it's pitch black and I can't see anything. Even with like eyes adjusted, or your eyes adjusting to the dark, I still couldn't see anything. So it was like, walking with kind of big steps to not trip on anything that's there, like very timidly, like you kind of you move the foot forward in case like you don't know what you're gonna hit. And I definitely remember not being kind of scared, for sure. But I just kind of kept walking because I was pretty sure, like based on where we weren't like really far near the edge of like the whole compound or whatever. I was pretty sure I would eventually run into something that would be recognizable in terms of like, okay, I'm on a trail now, and now I can walk along a trail. Now I know that I am on one, and just take small steps, stay on the trail, walk it, and regardless of if I know where I'm going, I know that I will reach a destination of a camp, and a camp will be where I can then solve the problem of not being able to see and everything. However, that didn't happen. I did not locate another trail, but that was what my plan was. I just kept walking, and then at some point I saw some light in the distance. That obviously was a sign for where to walk, and I ended up at a different group's campsite because the adults, or at least assume there's like 3 or 4 adults per group that aren't counselors, like they'd just be like volunteers. There usually only one had to take them to the hill with this thing, and then all the other parents would like stay at the individual group camps to like be away from us because they're probably sick of us at that point. So yeah, eventually I ended up at a random group's camp and was like I found, you know, when you're alone in a situation like that, you don't have the most positive thoughts, especially given I'm not an adult at that point. You know, a lot of spooky thoughts coming into place. Oh, I should have done the other Unawaken. That's my mistake. I forgot I should have used his shield for the other one. Well, maybe you can kill the rest of the shields then. Not the best storytelling here, but I don't think I've told it, so. Oh, that's gonna be 9, huh? That's annoying. Well, that's fine, I guess. You can just kill all 3 shields, right? Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Me attacking didn't even matter. Go to the light where the camp is. A random adult I've never seen finds me. They're like, where the hell did you come from? And I'm like, from the woods. I got lost. And they're like, holy shit. I'm nearly on the verge of tears, probably. And, made my way back to where I was supposed to go. Not to the show, but to the actual camp where I belonged. And, yeah, that was pretty spooky. Uh-oh. Are you alive? Is this okay? Okay, he's okay. He's okay. I don't have Himmel up either. Maybe we were 1 turn faster than before, or something? I wonder? So in the end, that was alright, but it was a little spooky. For sure was spooky. I can't. I guess I should have. Well, I kind of had to do that no matter what, really. The shield up. I guess what I could have done is not use. I could have not used the Freerin and just do the rainbow on a regular board so that the damage cap doesn't heal it as much, but I imagine it still would have healed it over the half, so it would have to be the 2 hits anyway. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, I got lost in the woods and could have disappeared forever. Thankfully, I didn't. I don't really know. I wonder if I asked my dad how he would tell that story, because I feel like when I got back to the camp, there definitely was like, I don't think many of the other kids knew that it happened. So I would be interested to know. Maybe I'll ask them about that next time I see him. See if he has any memories about that. It's such a vague memory. It's like a strong memory, but a vague memory. The feeling of being like super lost in the pitch black, not even knowing what happened, because again, like it felt like that's the part that baffles me the most about it, is that it went from like, yeah, someone has a flashlight and we're all chilling and we're all walking back, being all cool guys, rebelling against like the lameness of the show, of like the camp counselor show, to, oh my god, I'm lost in the forest and it's pitch black and I don't know what the hell just happened. Where'd everyone go? How'd the light turn off? It's very, very spooky. Alright, 8p time. As Dukester and Elemental get their rematch in. Hey, Aaron. Should I have waited, Hank? Should I have waited and tried to time it a little more? Do you think it's the problem of me being ahead? You should, if you do get into one, you should still do it. No, you don't think it's that? It's so weird that, like, Obviously, you're searching for it right now, and yet, like, it doesn't have you join. The way the AP system works is so weird. Oh, you were in a Stam ad. Fuck, sorry. I didn't consider that being an option. You gave me no time. Well, I just figured we would be going right into it after. You'll have to spam let you in now. Yeah, that's doable though. That's doable though. Oh, I missed the heart L. That's awful. Not even gonna bother fixing to get the other light L in there. Actually, I don't even know if there is a light L. Okay, I'll wait anyway because I have to pee, so it's fine. I'll wait anyway because I gotta pee. Alright, boss time. Boss time, dark match, top left, regular. Everything else, figure it out. Everything else, pretty much figure it out. And also the heart in the bottom left. And then this goes there. That goes there. Hell yeah. That's still really satisfying every time. That's still really satisfying every time. Actually slightly different than the way I did it last time. I did 2 T's last time. Which is maybe a little less guaranteed. Oh, they stole both bonuses at the end. Wow. They gonna take it then. Aaron. You filthy animal. No, you're fine. Alright, let me pee then. Was open in window. Okay. That. The notes for this. You're at 1500 exactly. Okay. I'm at 1600, so yeah, I should lose some. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Steve? And okay, there's Hank. Who's Steve? You went on 3 to account for stream delay. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say you maybe should account for the stream delay. You think this guy's throwing, so we're good? Oh, did you just face this guy and he threw? Ah, shit, Ron. Okay, I have to keep in mind I'm supposed to throw. I will throw. I won't even do the one shot on the boss to try to like you know, be cool. I will purposely throw. As much as I want to try to get my revenge on Ron. After we finish this one on Hank, I'm going to delay. That way we hopefully don't run back into both of these guys. Just putting that out now so that you hear it, so that you don't immediately re-enter. Real simple like. Man, I want to do my big one shot on the boss so bad, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Gonna purposely butts around. I probably won't even kill the boss, because I'll just be doing one matches. Looks like I will kill it in the end. That's something. I'm still in the matching bonus because I've done all these one matches. That's funny. If this won, that would be really funny. I mean, the only reason I finished is because I was one matching all the other floors, so I still finished fast. Oh shit, I still... Look, if that was just you and me, that wouldn't have happened, to be fair. We're waiting, remember, we're waiting. If you already entered, you should just close the game. Oh, you messed up the first floor, okay. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Trying to think when should I actually enter back in is the question. It's like a minute, right, for that to happen. I know we're at 9, but we might as well like finish because it should be like 3 or 4 runs, maybe 5 for you to get there. Do you think it's been enough time? I feel like it should be enough time. He's arriving at 9 o'clock. You know that's dangerous. Needing 3 clerics is annoying. It is, but like, unbindable or unmatchables you can do with the TPA thing. And you are partnering with someone else in 3P, so like, one of you should be able to cover one of them at least each. Alright, Hank. Ready? I'm gonna count us down again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. You two are arriving back at 9 o'clock. Fuck. Steve, why are you here? Well, you beat Steve though, so that's fine actually. If you do Steve, it's fine. No, Steve threw against Hank. Well, I guess maybe they didn't. Maybe they just lost, but... Oh! Am I rolling Gintama? I looked at what's in it, and man, that green equip, or that green guy that's good for ranking, could be quite good for ranking, huh? If there's one that needs that, it would be really good for that. I don't deny that, that's for sure. Alright, this time I won't do a bunch of one matches on the boss to kill it in the end. I will just let the timer run and not move to like really make sure I'm not causing issues and stealing bonuses. Certainly a ranking potential of all time. Yeah, exactly. What were you doing anyway? Practicing Shmiano? Oh wait, I'm supposed to just wait now. You're gonna practice then dinner with friend. Well, now you have to tell us what the dinner was, obviously. You can't just say you had dinner and not tell us what it was. Because it must have been cool, because you went and ate food with a friend. Probably something awesome. Like, basically anything. Pretty much anything. Sichuan rice noodles at place with free toppings bar and free? What's at the toppings bar for something like that? What does that look like? Because I don't know. I do not know what would be at a toppings bar for a place like that. I've been sleeping with the pillow kind of elevated / tilted a little bit because of was worried about being like that sickness-ish thing that I had. So usually it's better to kind of sit a little bit tilted up so that the mucus doesn't go down your throat as much and actually comes out your nose and whatnot. Usually leads to a better experience for everyone. Alright, good. Now he win. I'm at 1790. We go right back in. Rematch on. Still sickage. I answered that question when you asked it 4 hours ago. And like always, like a toxic lover, you never listen to me anymore. It's like he doesn't even care. Like he doesn't even care about me. And see now, because again, last time you had a, oh, I wasn't listening, and then I said it again, and you're like, I wasn't listening again. So now I'm like, when am I allowed to say it? When am I allowed to answer the question? When's a fella allowed to answer the question? Is now okay for you? Are you tabbed in? Is the volume on? He's okay. Basically, it didn't really develop into anything particularly bad, which was surprising. It kind of just stayed at a very low level of doing stuff, but it still kind of is now in terms of things such as and so forth as do still have to blow my nose here and there, do still kind of have some form of a cough of some kind, but it's still not like a being sick kind of cough, or like it's not as intense as like an actual, like I never got the head, I got maybe a little headache, but I never got the achiness, I never got the fever, I never got the I never got any of that stuff. By the way, are you still sick? You know what I'm sick of? Sick of your shit! Got him. Are you rolling Gintama? Hmm? To me, as we looked at the stuff in the machine, you went all in? Is that because you're bored of current teams, or because you actually think the Dark VP team is better than current stuff? Because I felt like it wasn't that much better, if better at all. I guess if you have the, I guess I also don't even really know what the team composition is exactly supposed to look like. Because, for example, the, like there's the guy that gives the dark damage cap to the subs on the team, because obviously the leads give the damage cap to themselves. I don't know if that is the intended thing, because maybe those plus the leaders then makes it be doing more damage than the other teams. So I'm now at 18, and Hank should be at what, 16 or 17 or something? 1750. The two guys that have the 40% shield loop, I saw those. Yeah, you like go adjacent with them. Yeah. That was kind of neat. Steve! Again, doesn't really matter that much as long as Hank wins. Oh. Badge Gintama Evo is great for farming. Badge Gintama Evo. I don't really know what that is. Suo Custom Evo. The badge card. The MP? Because I'm not gonna know what it is when you say that. I don't know what thing is the badge. Unless you mean it's the MP badge. The unit that gives the badge? Yeah, I mean, I don't know which one that would be. Usually the top of the exchange. Gotcha. And now we wait. And now we wait. I kind of consistently gets 70k by doing this, give or take. I can't look at the exchange right now, obviously, so that kind of dampers the ability to know which thing exactly you're talking about, but that's fine. The things that I got from... Dude, the free rolls I had today were pretty brutal. It was... from the 2020 machine, Kagura, which I already had one of anyway, so that was already a dupe. Then the regular Gintama free roll, I got Harusame Kamui, the B rank guy, I think, red guy. Then, in the second Gintama 2020 roll, I got a Kagura, my third, Deja Vu. But in the Gintama Egg Machine free roll, I got another Harusame 7th Division Kamui Deja Vu? I've been in this place before, higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go? Calling you, and the source is a mystery. Hanging on my street is the highway, the time to be me. So that was pretty lame. I got double doubles. And then the third, the free roll from the quest, I got Kotaro Katsura, which I think was a semi higher on the half of the ranking. Maybe he was like A or B. He seemed like he was alright. Light. Mainly light, and then maybe blue? Damn, Steve. Steve kicked your butt. The guy that's like 3-turn cooldown, something absorb, like 2 absorbs and damage cap for 2 turns, except unless it's a certain color maybe, and then does TPAs. I think that one, if that helps. It's that one. Trying to do T's and failed entirely. You for gore. It's I mean, it's the guy looking at your image that is. Oh wait, he's actually C-tiered. He's in the C tier next to the dog, the light blue guy. He's the only light blue guy that isn't the dog, so it's that one. If that helps you. Suppose I should be playing the dungeon. Three turns CD, 2 turns of uptime. Says the guy that was excited about the things that are 2 terms of uptime of shield, technically. Curious. Because you need to pair them both together. Curious. The thing you were just talking about, I'm gonna copy paste your goddamn comment, bitch. I'm gonna copy your ass. Yeah, I know it's up to. I'm just being devious like how you like to be, but except you just don't listen to me. You just don't listen to me. He hates me. It's an abusive relationship. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everyone's talking about it. They're wondering when it's gonna when someone's gonna do something about it. That did make me laugh. That did make me laugh. And that's why I can't get rid of him. He's got that smirk. He's got that charm. He's got that charm. That sick son of a bitch. By the way, are you still sick? Sick of your... Oh wait, I'm not supposed to do the thing anymore. I'll wait. 6'7" a bitch. All right, Hank, did you get the win? Did you beat Steve? Oh, there is no Steve, right. Hell yeah. Did I just hit exactly 2,000? Or did I misread that? Either way, I assume you need one or two more. Ooh, last run? This could be perfect then. Could line up pretty damn perfect. After this run, game doesn't want us to have another run. After this run, we will be ending Strom. And we'll be back Wednesday for other gaming. Likely more demos that I still haven't gotten through from the Steam Next Fest. You know, maybe who knows? Maybe I end up getting someone to co-op with, or maybe something happens. At the very least, we do know that there is a Tetris 99 event this weekend, which means that will be part of the Friday and Sunday stream. Who knows? Maybe another bonus Saturday. Wait, that's a lie, because Saturday is July 4th, so there's very little chance that I would have the time to do that. Even though I probably would rather do it, but to maintain the peace among family. If Steam beats you, you might not hit 2K. Lock in, Hank! Lock in! If I could somehow steal his points, I would. I don't think there's a way I can really do that. Unless you're like... no, you can't do that either, because I was going to say combo count I could steal, but then I would need to know, but then he would have gotten it already at the beginning. Yeah, that's tough. He'd win. He'd win. Sounds like Dukester and Elemental were able to finish their run. Very good. Oh, and sounds like perhaps they had had Vicious join in, maybe. I will indeed do my job of sitting here and not doing anything again. But yeah, we'll be ending the stream after this, assuming we don't need to do another run for Hank to get there. And assuming that I don't either. I'll have to check, but I think I'll have 2,000. So yeah. Got some stuff done. Did not attempt the title. I think part of that being started a little bit delayed by like 25 minutes maybe, due to my phone being more broken now, which, by the way, it has another green line on it. If you aren't in the Discord, it has another green line now. A second green line has hit the telephone, the mobile telephone, the mobile smartphone. So, yeah, I needed to get fixed. Well, I guess I have to hope that it can be fixed. Like, first, I guess. I assume there's replacement parts available, but, I don't know. Probably not the best week. Well, I'm trying to think. Like, usually, like, weeks leading up to a 3-day weekend holiday type of thing can be sometimes good or sometimes bad for that type of thing. He's winning. Let's go. I am at 2050. GG's, he says. That means it's over. Hell yeah. There isn't a gorilla to burn the last of this on. There will be the King Diamond, even though that one's kind of useless now, but that's probably what I'll do, I guess, anyway. So, that will do it for Puzzle and Dragoning. Thanks for hanging out. Again, thanks to Hank for the Prime sub. Let's raid. Let's raid. We'll raid Guamu, who's also doing Puzzle and Dragons, and he is, in fact, doing the new title. Rare getting to raid someone playing Puzzle and Dragons. Sometimes Guamu doesn't start at the exact same time as I'm ending. So we'll definitely raid him. He's great. Most of you, I assume, know who he is. He's very helpful. He makes video guides and stuff, and I think he does his own... I don't know if he collabs with Ramen on any of that stuff or not, but make sure you moisturize and sunscreen. Make sure you floss your teeth before bed. It's going to be a hot week, so definitely make sure to sunscreen for that reason. And, yeah. I will see you Wednesday, unless you're a pad only, and then I guess I'll see you next Monday. And, I've already been streaming Longer Vicious. It's 9:30. But now it's time to raid Guamu. Go say hi and be nice and all of that other stuff.
Shakumun is enough.